Is that an object lesson? Well, in fact, it is. In fact, it's a fun kid activity combined with an object lesson called the best of both worlds. Aloha, Tom here. In this video, I will show you 3 object lessons to spice up your Sunday school or midweek events. Each of these 3 is combined with a simple and fun activity for the kids to enjoy. Before we return to the chopsticks challenge that you just saw, let's have a look at a couple of others. Give me a minute. It challenges everyone in your audience to guesstimate when 60 seconds pass by. Have everyone sit, make sure that you're the only one who can see a clock, and when you're ready to begin, start your timer. Meanwhile, the kids are silently trying to decide when to stand up. The one who stands up closest to exactly 60 seconds wins the game. Two tips here. It can be a bit tough to watch a timer and also to watch the kids at the same time, but do your best to see who stands up right when you hit 60 seconds. And be sure to keep going until about 75 seconds are up or everyone is standing. That keeps the suspense going a little bit longer. So, what are some of the Bible topics to use with this? You'll find that in the description below, but click the free lesson plan link also below to view a more complete take on this and the rest of these 3 ideas, which brings us to the next activity called Accuracy Counts. Let's say it's your Sunday school hour. You begin your lesson, which includes in it something to do with prophecy. You mention to the kids that God's prophets had to be 100% accurate, or there were false prophets rejected by God. So you say something like, let's test to see if we have any prophets in class. The test is simple. Any kid that predicts down to the second, the exact moment that class ends, is a prophet. You must write down everyone's prediction, and then when class is over, you pull out the answer. In this case, you have ended the class at 9:42 plus 10 seconds. Point out that close doesn't cut it with a true prophet of God. This brings us back to Chopsticks Challenge, which you can use to discuss the importance of making the most of the time God gives you each day. Speaking of making the most of your time each day, check out this quote from my good friend and youth pastor, Tony Lear. That's from an article he wrote for my free online magazine. See below if you think you might be interested in that. Now, a real funny thing happened while putting together this video. I was using the speech-to-text feature of Google Docs to write it all out, and the last line, which I'm about to speak, was intended to be, quote, "Be sure to stop by my website dedicated to people who serve God by working with kids, clamcentral.com." But Google Docs translated that as, "Be sure to stop by my website dedicated to people who serve God by working with kids, clampsanddrugs.com. Clamps and drugs. And it occurred to me, that actually might work with some of the kids I've known, but it's clamcentral.com, and the clam stands for Christ, Love, and Majesty, and that's who he is and what he's like. Meanwhile, make the most of the time God has given you until we see each other again. Bye, you.